myself one more time. My name is Mark Vase. I'm 49 years old. I started the program Young Champs 11 years ago in Mumbai. The last 2 years I'm back to Holland, so I'm still a consultant for Reliance. And I'm always happy to come back to Mezo, so I said when the chance came, I said I will go. The idea today is to talk about the difference in coaching from normal players, the players who all play in the Naukong League, and a little bit more advanced players, the emerged players who have extra training. That is where we're going to talk about what is now the difference. And the other thing where we want to talk about is the pre-match talk. Before a game starts, what are we saying to kids? What are we not saying? The first question is on the board. What do we think is the difference between coaching a normal player, an average player, and an emerged player, a talented player? What do we think? What can be a difference?
Again, normal player that he actually might also to very much to be. Hey, the game money team and training deal about hey, actually, I'm not the opponent. That's it. Reliance protect with a big one, emerging talent at the draw. Kako at training that they have some time. Two hope until that to not experience it on that. To that, this is all to normal player until heavy emerged player to be and the whole life. Coming again, a number can shit down to have his own to the damo. So when I go to finish shoot down, when I can change to shoot point again, I'm not sure. Apa again, you can keep up grassroots and coaching and teach and don't know the too. Oh.
Okay, what do we think? What can be a difference?
I think the difference could be that with coaching normal players or normal teams is that you try to make the training as simple as it is for all the players, and for emerging players you could maybe make it a little bit more specific and more different.
So, simple to more complex. Perfect one. I think that is one. Try to think if maybe in your team you have maybe 2 or 3 players who are better than the other players. How can you treat them better? What can you think will help them to become better?
I think I can't play as a people who actually is well enough to I can treat them like that.
So, what is another word for simple in football? Basic. Perfect. I think these players, you teach them a lot the basics. If you go to emerged players, I think we must try to go a little bit more in details. So, for example, if I do dribbling with the normal players, I say, hey, keep control and keep speed on the ball. With an advanced players, for example, in under 12, I already tell them, hey, look over the ball, see everything with speed, so all my details will be more difficult. If something is not going well with a normal player, how do you react? Is it okay? I think so. If it goes wrong, hey, you can make. It's okay to make mistakes. Is it okay to make mistakes if you are a talented player? No. Yeah. But I will challenge him. So, for example, let's say you have in your training both players. I say to you, you are a normal player, I say to you, hey, we are doing 10 passes, 5 out of 10 must be good. Then I go to my challenges, my emerged player, I said 7 out of 10 must be good. Coach, but he had 5, yeah, but I think you can do it. Or, we do passing. Your normal players must do everything with their good foot, with the right. But you say to the talented player, you play all the balls with your left. So you try to challenge them because they need some extra in the training. Do you understand that?
It's just here to limit the loss sale of the children can play at the other hobby, actually can mix it, I don't know, team of the actually can mix change the car, here like a topic in a red house here, that player, Pala and say, pass when I pass this one, and you can yes, good. More, Masepa Hanso, Ella, the little player that is all, but one can challenge some. Five, when I can pass it to the waste, we get more target, I must say, at 2 3 rental, at Yemen, like that. And the player have been the car, player have got to can change when I put the team training in a training guidance and develop it. Don't tell me, and you can say, players have been much hello, no matter changing that, and so that don't training the player like draw. Challenge him to have more than qualities at hand. I like that. Again, also, Zone has also so it's a point only to major practical. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So what you see, we don't change a lot in forms. The forms can be the same. I only ask the immersed players to do it more complex, with more details, and maybe with bigger challenges. And what I think is important for both players, become a better player. So that's the most important thing if you are training. For the normal player, if he trains, hey, I can become a better player. But for the immersed player also, the training mustn't be, no, he must think, oh, this is difficult, I can do it. Questions about this? We understand.
So then a normal player, like immersed player, can cheat. Player have been can challenge that to have draw. Player bar can target same can challenge same at the instead here apply the
Okay, I think you were there. So I already explained, if you give a training, one of your methods can be I explain the form, I demonstrate the form, we practice, I give feedback and practice. What is really important, if you explain and demonstrate a form, do it as fast as possible. Not 7 minutes explaining, then the boys are standing. So already when I explain and demonstrate, I do that almost together. Guys, see what I'm doing? That's what you're going to do. This, what I said, not too long, and then let them experience it. Let them try. Also don't say after 1 minute, stop, not good. No, let them try. Hey, then after 5 minutes you see, hey, stop. My feedback comes. Hey, let's say we did the scissor. I see with a lot of players they do really well, but there are also some players who go the other way. No, guys, one more time. Around, take. But give them time to practice it. And let them play. Experience is the best what players can have. And after that, I practice again. I say, hey, we understand now? Yes, coach, go again. So I think for normal, but also for immersed players, this is both the same. The only thing is, with an immersed player, it takes more or less time?
Yes.
What? Yeah, less. So they already know that scissor. So you say, hey guys, we are going to do a scissor, then maybe I ask the immersed player, hey Dika, show me. Oh, wow, he can do. Practice. With the normal players, I explain a little bit more. Guys, inside the round and take it. So what you see also in your coaching method, there's a difference between a normal player and an immersed player. An immersed player will say, hey coach, I can do it. Okay, show me. Everyone saw? Yeah, play. The only thing is, in practice, I'm going to challenge that players more. More speed. Hey, it must be perfect. So no, really go around, take the body with you, take the ball with outside foot. So there are the small differences, but again in your coach method, nothing is different. We understand?
Yes.
Perfect.
Can I just?
Yeah.
Last more. Hey, that's so you talk to Nakin nanti kan tapi kan ciplik telur nasi kan tidak tunjuk nanti kan ai zon del kalo kan tidak tunjuk nanti zon nanti kan itu. Jadi apa? Karena kan saya cakap sudah tidur tu. Lai ni poimo. Tidur back now nanti saya kita mesti mali. Cuan lai feedback nanti. Tihen tiga tu belum. Mungkin tihen kita lagi tu yang tersohor. Nanti yang tersohor zona cuan mali ada solve dari hal lain. Oh an discover an buat hal lain. Hal lain insentif draw.
Okay, we also talked about how can I give feedback in that course, and we have a couple of one, ask and answer, positive, negative, a critical, 5-to-1 ratio, so more positive than negative. Sandwich feedback, I will explain it later. Group, individual, and situational, coaching on the run. What do you think with the emerged players is the best one to use? What do we think?
Players, kita tangan.
Coaching on the run.
Okay, why?
Because they already know the things that they're supposed to do, and maybe they're not doing it well. So if you give them a little bit of some more instructions, more details, they could execute it better.
Exactly. They don't have to stop to have that information. So really good. So with a normal player, it's difficult to run and listen. An emerged player maybe picks up faster. Really good. What more? Which one more you think? What did we say about the talented player? Why is he talented, we think? Why are the players better than other players?
Players have been getting there, but not being the game, not being any in the line.
Advancing skill.
Advanced skill, maybe advanced in speed, can be. He may be advanced in thinking. If I want to know that, why? I can sort of ask and answer with that players. So instead of stop, it went wrong, I said, hey, stop. What happened? Yeah, coach, I wanted to go around Dika, but he stepped out and I run against him. Okay. So what can you better do? When I see, then hopefully he says, if Dika steps out, I must go that way. What happens if I let a player think about the situation, he finds solutions. If I tell everything, he is becoming a robot. PlayStation. Dika right, Dika left. Then at the end, Dika doesn't know why I went left, why I went right. So it's really important with emerged players to give them the stage to tell what they are thinking. The interesting thing is, I coach players on a really high level, also in India now with the young champs. Sometimes they have a better answer than I thought. So I say, why did you do that? And I was thinking only a Dika, and he said, because there was someone free. Oh, I didn't look at that. So sometimes even talented players have a better idea than me as a coach. And I learn also from that. So instead of saying, stop, wrong, and I ask it, I learn also something. So try to stop, if you stop, so you can do situational, let them play. But if you stop it, ask that player, hey, what happened? Yeah, I wanted to play with my left, but I hit it on the outside. Okay, how can you do that better? Yeah, if my stance are better, then I hit it on my laces. Hey, perfect man, you give the answer. So with ask and answer, you will get sometimes the right answer, and sometimes not, but I let them think about it.
Yeah, to be a straight cut in Shapiro, but Kanamong out Tina, they can football, what's it, and the Taxeta, Sanjotina, and now they load to the Lotani, and Luta, anything at the Lodavin, until at the end of the city, anything I tiny detail. More can I do here than I did. And the Lova, at the end, they do not want to answer Dolo. To not say, and the kids and Dinane, hate your teaching chip of Antinolo Dinania, to Natangin and Ringo. So like a game of pitching talent player, but a player, she might get a chart, like so the Zo-Chawhchawrawi, mà sẽ chỉ đang ship mấy đầu chuyệnเลยcái mà chuyện mấyตัวเนี่ยเขาว่า ship ไปไงตัวนั้นกันเสียงที่อะไรอาทิตย์อะไรเด็กค่ะอ๋อสิ่งนี้เราก็อันนี้เป็นอะไรอ๋อสิ่งนี้สิ่งนี้เราช่วงเราเลย
Okay, so positive, negative I don't like, but critical 5 to 1. Why do we do that? Why is that 5 to 1? 5 times positive, 1 time negative, why do we think?
Because you want to encourage the players.
Yeah.
Also at the same time, you don't want to give them overconfidence and stuff. So.
Exactly. So that means if I am only negative, I think that player after 10 minutes will, Mom, I stop, I can't play. So you want to encourage them that they do things well, and then also, of course, if you want to learn, sometimes you must also hear something what must be better. Is it now that in the training I'm standing 1 time Dika positive, 1 time Dika positive? No. But I understand which name I say a lot. If I say, hey Steve, come on, that was really good, then I knew, hey, Steve was already there. So I try to monitor it, a little bit more positive to critical. But is that now the same with the immersed player? So I think a normal player is playing a lot of time for fun, honor. And an immersed player is also playing for fun, but where does an immersed player get fun out? When do you think a talent player has fun?
When it's competitive.
Exactly. When he's challenged. If it's really simple, the immersed player is not challenged, has no fun. So I think with an immersed player, the ratio will be maybe 3-1. I'm still more positive than critical, but he will hear a little bit more, hey, a little bit faster, come on, you can do it. And again, if I do it like this, it's not really critical. So I don't say, not good, not good. But I say, hey, Dika, come on, you can do faster. So I think that is already a little bit critical. Or I say, hey, Dika, the technique was nice, but the speed after that must be better. Then we go in sandwich feedback. My sandwich is, it was already good, but I think you can do better, and if you do better, you score a goal. So I put my coach moments in a sandwich.
Let me can now consider feedback and take a clear quality and humble and then positive ratio 5-1 team and then player and then a tank win in team and then under 11 at Poland and good, very good at handle with any draw. And I just set Amtia and then player to the Sola a second nights of hand to can demand. So he said to cinema chat, I had this what you to have demand it. The team collect a player and then training up player quality, Mila training back to Antica, feedback take one player quality to build Tohan, a positive play, a negative play, more. A tank in Zoe and you can talk some of those glass and those here. Compare get for killing a strong come trying until he can guide you here. To my player, this is on a point more. To say, sound that the antenna suddenly is like to gaining and player, so you say things on some top and fin chop and was it, and teach her and appreciate the giant fellow, boxy Kalaka, when a local page on it, and teach her to appreciate them and to fuck them more like shoot the book and say, don't do it.
Okay. Now, in a group of individual, I think when you train the normal players, you do much more as a group. Hey guys, we trained good, or we did well. And I think with the immersed players, you are sometimes a little bit more individual. And then you can do it two ways. Individual, you can do it in a group, but it must always be safe. So I think in the Indian culture, it's more difficult. In Holland, we like to do that. Dika, today, you must have to do better. With the group there, they will accept it. I think in India, that's difficult. So in India, I would say, after the training, they are taking the balls. I say, hey, Dika, come on. Hey, next time, a little bit fast. So I do it individual, but safe, together. Again, if you have really a big talent who has a big mouth, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I would always do it in the group. Hey, Zlatan, you can't do better? Whoa, whoa, he can handle it. We understand that? So look at the person, how you coach a player. Yeah, that's it.
Let me take a player. Hey, ground, asway, fina. Also, the ground a player quality, we can training, and can feedback and pick one up. But Tinan, Mizo, actually, and Tinan, hey, Satsu, and Zing, if you try to do, then actually will keep making it. And in a serious Holland, and think well at something, but we don't know that. I like a player, they are competing and player to show and money with the feedback and pick you. Who are making a make to that country for you. I can talk to them with an egg, we will go to see him live.
Okay.
Yeah. Same thing in Indian context. If you see, like when you said Mizo players, I remember in the academy, if you tell a Mizo player in front of a group, they're already shy when they come in the academy. So we also in the academy know that okay, where the player is coming from. For example, a player from Kolkata is coming, and if you tell him straight up, this is what it is, he just takes it on his chin. But from players from the northeast, if you say a Manipur player, if you tell him directly, he takes it. But so to understand where the player comes from, even in our academy, that we are mindful that okay, how the players are, what their social environment is, when they are coming, and in which age group they are coming. For an under 14 player, we are very mindful about the group and the individual, and as and how they keep going, and we know the player better, and we don't say that we know the player better in 1 year, but it's a process. So as and now it becomes under 19, then we know who we can be direct to, whether it's Mizo or Kolkata player, or who we can be still needs time and takes the feedback sensitively.
We have very good two example. I'll just say Mizo. Zakari ati kan neta tro. Zakari ati shway ro an lo don lo. An negative la don lo from trip. And dinan masen ati kan player sing at tunge example chudo use. And dinan kalibate itaila eta down don from trip. So sulai te player quality ati yang paran mani missing bila kalai kan lo thier mai. Eng ti kuna nge khoi kuna nge mo kalai.
Okay, questions about this? Okay, I want to go a little bit faster through this, but how do I prepare a training? We talked about that. I think you must have knowledge about your team. What knowledge you must know about your team, you think?
Training system that's in the team akan actually check
The level or the ability of my team.
Yeah, level. If you are training, what do you want to know? Exactly, really important. Number of players. Equipment. So that has to do also about the round, but the equipment. If there's a keeper or not, so what positions maybe, because if you have no keeper and you do all the training shooting, you have no keeper. So there's always something to know about your team. You must also know something about yourself. What do you have to know about yourself? Sorry? Your training plan, very good. What is good to know about yourself? It's good to know about yourself what your quality is and what you think is more difficult. I think so. So maybe also the topic you are training. Look, I like to train defensively. Today he put me in the spot to take the strikers. I know that I'm better in his topic than my topic, what I'm doing today. That means I prepare myself a little bit more. It takes more time for me. So that is knowledge about yourself. Hey, what are we training? Hey, this is easy, this is my specialty. Or hey, I was also a defender. Now I must take the strikers. Okay, it takes a little bit more time for me. Now, and it takes maybe knowledge about the learning line, how the club wants to work. That's with us a little bit different, but maybe you think about yourself, what do I want to learn the kids this year, and what am I doing? Now the structure, normally in a training, you do a warm-up, an orientation phase, learning phase, application phase, cooling down. Is there a physio here?
Yes.
Yeah, she's out. Then I can say I think. I'm not a big fan of cooling down. But if I say that in Mumbai, my physio is you must do cooling down. But what is really important, I think, I always choose one subject in my training What subjects are there? What is the subject to train? Attacking, defending, skills, passing, receiving. And then I always do 1 till 3 coach moments. So for example, we do dribbling. What coach moments are there?
Coaching points.
What is, and because if I say only dribbling, guys, we dribble. What is important with dribbling maybe? Technique.
Execution.
Yeah. Looking over the ball, change of direction, keep control, speed, dribbling with a technique. I will show later on some coach moments, but I always pick 2 or 3. Because if you start dribbling and you are coaching 10 points, I think the kids will explode. They will say, Coach, I have no clue. So, one topic, today it's dribbling, 2 coach points, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 forms. And you can say, okay, my warm-up today is without ball, then you have 3 forms, where you do dribbling, with the 2 coaching points. We understand that?
Now the concept to us a 3 coaching points of dribbling there was and their coaching points for a session kind of safety to join us and now the Indians are shadow. So I don't dribbling came money from him. I can dribbling a close control, tell them to like the opportunity. My time is a kilo of no power, knowledge. So like that's
okay. I think why I do that, I make it really simple for my players. Hey, dribbling, speed with the ball, look over the ball, and I make it difficult or easy for myself. Because if I'm coaching, I only think I must coach today, speed with the ball, look over the ball. So instead of in the training I go everywhere, hey, do this and do that, oh this. No, today my main coaching is that 2 points. That makes it simple. If you have an emerged player, maybe you do 3 coach moments, because you make it more difficult. Good, I want to go really fast through this. I will send this to you, a warm-up, as you know why we do a warm-up. Important with the orientation phase is that there are not a lot of opponents, and the word you use a lot is how are we going to do it. So I am introducing them with my topic. My topic is dribbling today. So I will show them how are we going to do it. If we go to the next phase, I'm telling them why are we dribbling today. So why are we dribbling maybe? Why are we dribbling? Why are you dribbling in the game? Yeah, exactly. To come forward, to progress. So in this phase, there are a little bit more opponents, and I will explain it. This is why we use it. And then in my last phase, mostly a game, 4 versus 4 or 6 versus 6 or whatever. Then the word, when am I using my dribble? And they're going to experience that. I'm not going to say now dribble. No, play. And with your coaching, what you say, situational, hey, what's the space to dribble down? Ask and answer, yeah, dribble down. Or if we are passing, hey, we are playing the game, because they have to pass every ball. Worldwide, that is the worst one. In Holland also, I have 7-year-olds, there's a lot of space, and the parents, pass. They pass, lose the ball. What happened? Yeah, because you are shouting pass. If they can dribble, they must dribble. Yeah? We go fast through this.
This one, to me, they have consistent. One of them, draw, can't the Pikachu Polo is a lamb, and King can be draw to be doing on the heart. And you can teach and I can teach and to sort of put it on my draw. So a top game situation to that is making a scene to it. Can be a step by step up and like that. Oh.
Okay. As we said, we are going to talk a little bit more today about emerged players. So we want to learn them a little bit more details. I'll give you an example. If you do skills, I'm going to do skills today with my attackers. Everyone says technique. But I made a list with all the things I can coach in technique. That's a lot, or not? So if I would coach this today, from which coach is a player coming to me? Is there a player from yeah. If I coach all these things today, you think he will understand? No, will not happen. And Holland also not. So I'm going to choose 2 or 3 things on the board. Today I choose speed with the ball and the technique on itself. So I want that the techniques they use are perfect. So an execution and the speed. But I could also go a little bit more to how they are standing. I could also say lean in the direction of the cut. I can coach a lot of things. So what does this mean for a coach before you give a training? What does it mean for you? Do you have to think about your training?
Yes.
Yeah. You can't sit on the scooty to the pitch and say, okay, today's skills. And then say, okay, we are on the pitch. Guys, skills. Because the immersed player will also say, yeah, but what do you want from me? So you must think about the things. I gave this coaching points, you will get it at home. Dika will send it to you. So I make it easy for you. The only thing is, you must think about what is now important on what age. So for example, timing. What age you think is important to learn that? Is that under 8, under 10, or under 16, under 19?
Skills and
12 and 14.
I think and 14. 13, 14 and on. Because if I start with an under 8 kid with timing, he will forget the whole technique. And I think the technique is first more important than the timing. I first want that the technique is perfect, and then later on I start talking about timing. So it's really important for you as a coach to know your group and to say, hey, this is important today for my team. We understand that? Now I will show you.
Kan zit hier doen met ek toe môre hoe sê ek ken maar nie kan coach toer as hierra wen jy actually maybe nie so dink so kan loop tak koy dribbling en nie maar passing en nie maar so maybe so koy kan dit hier pak koy mo do dan nie coaching point sa long test hier so kan die gaan sim don
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you say that you will choose like 2 or 3 topics from here.
Yeah.
So do you like choose that before the training session?
Yeah.
And then what about the other topics? Let's say you choose like the first point and then the third point comes in the training. So you just let that go.
Yeah, I will mention it maybe. I will say, guys, maybe it's smarter to go diagonally, but next week I come back to that. So I always say, look, if I really see I have 2 points and everyone easy with 2 fingers in the nose, we call it in Holland, they can do it, then I say, okay, then I maybe in my head I have another one. But if you see they are still training and they are developing themselves, then I will say, hey, and next week, 2 more points. Again, then I'm also challenging them. Now, it's the right moment that my projector went out, because now I'm going to ask you, coach points and passing. What are there? Which coach points are there?
Weight of pass.
The weight of the pass, good. My writing is not that good, but we understand. Weight of pass.
Look at the ball.
Look at the ball.
Non-kicking foot.
Sorry?
Non-kicking foot. Pointed target.
Okay. Targeting. I have a lot of stripes, so I think a lot is coming. The center of the ball, so with the technique, technique of kicking, okay. Technique. Timing, good. Simple one. What do you teach young children? Left stance can be, but what I try to do is left, right,
Toe up, heel down. Toe up.
yeah, toe up, heel down. So that's also a lot of the technique. Where can you pass a ball with? Inside. One more. Laces. Outside foot. How far can you kick a ball? Distance. So distance. I can play a long ball. Short ball. How can I kick a long ball? With the laces, but how can I kick it?
Follow through.
Through, yeah. But yeah, the through ball is also coming.
Follow through.
But you can play a high ball, but you can also keep it low. If I play it short, how many touches you can do with your passing? Yeah, 2 or 1 or 3 or more. Let me see, because I forget for sure some. A long ball, how can you kick that to a striker? If I give a long ball, I always kick it hard. I call it a lazy, you can also kick a lazy ball. You know what I'm feeling, a dropping ball. Yeah, so I can follow through and I really open up. I can also say, hey, the striker is Dika is there. Up with a lazy ball, it drops in front of him, you can play. So you see now already in passing, we have already more than 10 coaching points. So again, I must think about it. I can't go to the training and say, guys, we do passing, come on, pass. Because then maybe one starts doing laces, and you say, no, that's not what I want. Okay, but what do you want then, coach? Then he's doing inside foot, but with 2 touches. No, I don't want that. I want 1 touch. Okay, then what is important in the 1 touch? I think the heel down, toe up for the younger ones is then really important. So, what I try to say is if you coach even the normal players, but for sure the emerging players, have an idea what you are training. And how are you going to train them? Let's see if we... 1 versus 1 attack, I have a lot of moments. I will show you this. I came to this. Let's see if we have it a little bit. Placement of supporting standing leg. Yeah, stance. Firm foot in step. Laces. So firm foot, that is more with what Mama said. With the other one is inside, heel down, toe up. Inside, with the laces, it's more firm foot, that you really block it. Arm swing, maybe you can coach that. How am I going to follow through with a pass? You can't pass like this. So what do I do with my arms? Upper body posture, we have direction, where to play it in front of your teammate. And so a lot of times we practice always play to Dika and his foot, but in the game sometimes you also want it in space. Next action from the pass, that is not really the pass, but if I try coach passing, what do I do after my pass? In the run, it's a little bit safe. Speed of the pass, always more speed than less. I like that the pass is always too fast instead of too slow. Less speed with one touch, more speed with receiving, distance from teammate, speed of the teammate, choice of teammate, 1 or 2 touch. So there are a lot of things where I have to think about. We understand this? Good. I made this also with dribbling and receiving. 1 versus 1 defense. He's taking my topic, I already said Tika, but maybe I must put it away. What is the most important thing from 1 versus 1 defending? What is the most important thing? What are you going to say to your players if you say 1 versus 1 defending? What is the most important thing?
Confident.
Okay, confidence. Really, that's always important. Really good.
Maybe you need to have awareness of where your goal is to your opponent.
Yeah. It has to do. The answer has to do with that. But is getting the ball the most important thing?
No.
No. And is that coached a lot as the most important thing? Are a lot of coaches saying that? Yeah. All over the world. So it's not only in India. In Holland also, my coaches, I have a head of youth with an amateur club. The parents say to the 7-year-olds, get the ball. What do you think the 7-year-olds are going to do then? If they hear get the ball. And I think even in India, what are the kids a lot doing here? They make a lot of tackles?
Yes.
Is that the first thing you want to learn a child? No, but we are doing it. What I said, that's not only here in my club to say. Because we tell the kids, get the ball. Now, if I can't get it, then I tackle. And then 5 years later, the coach says, don't tackle that much, stay on your feet. But the last 5 years, one of the coaches said, tackle or get the ball. So I think the most important thing in defense is don't get outplayed. That is what you say. Dika is here, my goal is there. I must keep Dika in front of me. That's number 1. And later on, win the ball. So I always say, Dika is in front of me. What I think in the top 5 of most important thing is approach, fast. I want kids to sprint. Today Dika will show. Sprint, break, stance, force it to a side, win the ball. So win the ball is number 5.
Now can you just say that one thing you want to go back also?
Yeah, so forward, sprint, so forward, sprint, break, tip of your toes, so not like I'm standing, tip of your toes, stance, so if Dika is here, and I want him there, I'm always in 45 degrees. A lot of people in India say this is, but put it through. I don't care that they put this ball through. Because from here, I can't sprint. And like this, I also can't sprint. From here, I can sprint with him, but I can also turn. If he puts this through my, this, I don't care.
Tuan ni kapkar section kan nak make tu kan ni kan break ni cina ani cina lain yang tiga atau kan cina kacau dia tiga asal cina tamu. Tuan cina ni kah quick approach dia kan sekarang setro. Tuan angle of approach kan setri. Angle kan itu besar orang horizontal dan sesuai dengan kayak gimana kan itu cina tamu.
And asking the ball, even I put some coach moments there. So what I already said, 2 things. One, it's a big compliment that we do that here. Yeah. Because I think we made now the step that we started the Nopong League, we started training. Training is that going well, that we have a lot of talents now. And now we must try to bring that talent to the next step. And the next step can be outside Mizo, it can be playing for ISO I-League. But at the end, I want that every player can reach his top level. And we are responsible for that. Now, what I already said to Dika, a compliment to you is, in the beginning, the normal training was a challenge already for everyone. And we are giving now good training sessions. And now the challenge is for you, can I make also as a coach that next step? And that's not easy because I'm now 30 years a coach, and you will see, for me this training also takes attention for me. I'm not standing like, oh, give that 12 boys, come on, I do it. I must also be focused. I must also be ready to make a good training. And after this training, I must also reflect on myself. Hey Mark, was it good? Did the coach moment went well? Did they learn something? And what is really important? Did they have fun? Because that is always number one. If they go out with a smile and they say, hey coach, thanks, then I'm happy. Good. Questions about the training?
Tu na ni de ha, ka sei lo khai khom la. A tu mai ni ke kum so na ka ti tir to. Ka thiam du, ko sila kan ti chu chu kan ma kan kan do lo. So ko ste po hi in update ta lo ren tu na ni lai ti a khai khom chim ka chu. Chu mi zo ko stam takin tu ma kan shet sa tu na ko la ti ki ren tu chu ke update hai. Ke update lo chu kan clear tin kan do lo. Lai ti ka toi te kan khai khom ni ko shet tin na.
One moment, and then we are done.
You can stop. Wait, 5 minutes.
We come in the program. I think it's also good to learn the kids in front of the game. Yeah, what is the coach wanting to do today, and how do I deliver it? So I think one of the ways you can do it is a pre-match talk. So why are we doing a pre-match talk? So in front of the training, in front of the game, why are you telling something?
Announcing starting
Yeah,
player.
starting 11. One more. What information do you give more? Yeah, that's also good to get them ready. The game plan. Oh, really good. To tell who's playing. Tactical and a game plan. But it can also be a technical preparation. So, for example, who has the under 12s? Under 12 team? No one? Or under 10?
Under 10 and go,
No one. Everyone under 14?
14.
Under 10?
14.
14. A lot.
We are under 8.
Under 8. Yeah. So, with an under 8 tactical plan? No, exactly. So, again, look at your age. What do I want to say? But with an under 8, I still think it's good to say something. Instead of only saying play. We come to that later. I think it's also a mental preparation to get them started, to put some fire or not. Sometimes I have also games in Holland where I put the fire a little bit down. So for example, when I was coaching my professional club, we have one club, other professional club on 20 kilometers from us, in another city. There are even people in my city who don't drive through that city because that team is playing there. So they go around it. They don't want to come in that city. So you can imagine if my kid has a father like that, how he comes. He is like, but then you can't play football, I think. So in that preparation, I always say, hey guys, this is a game as normal. Because if I'm saying it's a special game, I know the first minute, red card out. So it's also mental. When do you do a pre-match talk then? That's also a question for me. When can you do a pre-match talk? And where does it depend on when I do it?
Even on the last training, you can have
Last training. In front of the game? Really good. And that depends on the timing of the game. So for example, what you say, if you have a 7 o'clock kickoff in the morning, yeah, I would do my pre-match talk the last game, of the last training. Because if you're sitting there at 6 o'clock, guys, pay attention, not everyone. So it depends on the timing of the game. How important is the game? So sometimes I do a longer presentation, sometimes I do a shorter presentation. So be smart in that. It depends on the information you want to give. So I can choose to give more information. Sometimes I also give less information. It depends also then on your team, of course. Can my team handle less or more information? If you know that you're all sleeping after 2 minutes, I mustn't talk for 5. But I had, for example, in the academy, we had Nikhil. If he had a pre-match talk, after that he came and talked with me. Because he wanted more information. He really liked a lot of information. He was also really good in studies. And he came also with other solutions. He said, coach, but if that ball goes there, I said, oh good, if you know that already, perfect. What is really important, it's also feeling. It depends when do I give it and how do I give it and what person you are. Don't be different when you do a pre-match talk. Now the question is, how can I do it? How can I give a pre-match talk?
Pre-match talk
How can I do it? So for example, you do it after training. How would you do it then?
After training.
Yeah.
After training, pretty much talk for the next day.
Yeah, so you talk?
Yes.
No, so one, how is talking with them? What more? Yeah, but
Tactical board. Tactical board.
yeah, tactical board. Video, presentation. I can let the team do it. In Holland, kids take a lot of responsibility. I say to my under 16 team, Dika, tomorrow you do the pre-match talk. Then he maybe says, coach, but can you put the first 11? Yeah, that's what I will do. But you are going to say what is important today. So there are a lot of ideas. One more? Yeah. How you can do it? You can do it with a whiteboard. So with you can do it with a smartboard or a TV or a projector. With only text. I can put a lot of text. I can do it with footage. I will show you one, what I give. You will say, I have no television. You have under 14. You have all the numbers of the kids? Yes. Telephone numbers? You could maybe a day before already put a YouTube movie from Manchester City to all the players. Then the next day you say, hey, what did you see? Yeah, I saw footage with De Bruyne. I saw a lot of playing and movement. Hey, today, that is exactly what we want to see. Passing and movement. Maybe the next day you, and a week later you do skills. You send a video from YouTube with the best 50 skills of the world. They see Neymar, they see Messi, they see Ronaldo. Guys, what did you see yesterday on the telephone? Oh, beautiful skills. Guys, today is yours. So even if you say, I don't have a TV, you can be creative. You can be smart. And kids like this. Oh, I saw yesterday the Messi. Oh, show me today. And if he's doing that, wow, you paid attention, man, on the telephone. Good. And the parents are standing on the telephone, huh? But they know, you know why. With drawings, so you can make drawings on the board. You are talking, so I can only speak. Asking questions, so I can also make a problem. I say, for example, if you have the under 14s. Hey guys, if the opponent is playing all and they drop, what can we do? Then maybe we can play up. Okay, and where are you standing then? Maybe if you have the magnets. If they all go down, what can you do? Or maybe I can be here. Oh, really good. If he's going there, where you go, then I go there. So with asking questions, I will get answers. Now, what I said, the player can present, and you can do it also on the pitch. Work with examples, so maybe after the training, then I show it maybe. So I say, hey guys, the opponents are doing this, and then I show it on the pitch already. So there are a lot of ideas in how you can do a pre-match talk. How long a pre-match talk must take, you think?
In getting you will stop.
5 to 8 minutes.
I think with your underage,
Under 8, maybe like 1 minute, just 10 minutes.
exactly 1-2 minutes. But exactly what you say. I think if it goes stretches to 10 minutes, that's a lot. But be aware of that, because sometimes also coaches like to talk that long that all the motivation of the kids, because of the pre-match talk, is gone. So be smart. Now the last question is, when is your pre-match talk good?
Tikuna ne stop.
There's only one answer now, so we must think. Only one answer. When is it good?
Before the game.
Huh?
Before the game.
Okay, but when is your pre-match talk good?
During the game.
I think this is the answer. If you see that your pre-match talks after 3 weeks is not helping the players, you can do 2 things. Stop it, or make it more simple, or more fun, but don't only do the pre-match talk because someone said you must do a pre-match talk. Maybe you have a team who likes to play. Okay, then you try it maybe after 1 month again. Hey, let's try it again. And then if it's again not working, then maybe they are not ready for it. But it must always help when they perform better. How do you know if they perform better? How do you know that?
If they score.
Yeah, so you can see it. And again, you can also feel it. If players come back, hey coach, you said pass that ball, you saw it went well. If they come back to that pre-match talk, that means they like to do it. That's why I also say I like to send videos to boys. Coach, I did today the Messi. You sent it to me and I did it. Then they say thank you. You say no, thank you for watching and doing it. Because it's always the kid who's doing it. Huh? Are there questions? The next one is
So ne. Tu não me pegar no sei do tu e attack mi zo mi trong heng ang si kan sin ta ni. So pre-match talk ti si te ko he kan team te perform na trong kai tu kan ngai ko ngai. E tu ma fiam tu ko sei chin do kan sa ten he tu he min si tira kan mi tai kan chala ko zo ti sei chin ko bai mo chang so ne ka ti ka chu den no pa ngai ka chu le ma. Một tiếng mình sau ấy cắn này chả lâu đâu thì cái tối tiếc cái sợi phía cái này ngày chả lâu đâu cái sợi của nó vắt thì cũng chỉ nó mò khá ống diêm lâu đi cái nào quên đi cái nào đi cô mình so với ba cái thấy cái thằng này cho nó thiếu rây hi cái nghe này cái nó lâu chẳng sao mà sẽ mình sợi tối tối rồi cho cái import sợi mai thôi in chấp phim đó hay là cái
okay. This is not, for sure, not on your level. And not to say to you, I'm rude, that's not that, but this is the highest level in Holland, how we do a pre-match talk. It's only an example. So I don't expect you to do it like this with your kids, but it's an idea. So, over here the information is my team and who we play against. Then my next one is, it's a slideshow, what I do. It's my formation, my subs, and who are not there today. That can be injuries, sickness, how do you call it, red card? Suspension. Then I go to the next one, and I will ask, you see, I do Because with my group I like to do a lot of ask and answers. The first thing I will ask now, what do we see? So who do you think? Are we red or are we black? I hear red. Who says black?
Me.
You say black. If I do a presentation, I always go from here. So my team is red. So I choose today to start with attack or defense.
Red means what?
Defending. So I'm going to explain what I want to see against this club when the keeper gets the ball. The first thing I want to see, I'm going to ask now, for example, to the striker, what is your job? So what do you think he will say? Cut the line, get the keeper off. But I'm also asking, because if we are here, who's keeper here? Is there a keeper? Keeper is there. Keepers always say, yeah, but hey, and me, I'm also asking him, what are you doing? Hey, if the ball goes, I'm also moving. I want that the keeper is also moving out of his box to the side of the ball. So I can now I only ask 2, but I can ask 3, 4 players, what is your task? Oh, my task is to come in. Hey, I go there. And what you also see, but that is more tactically, in Holland we don't defend the players. You see, they are not standing here. I don't care. I'm defending the zone and I don't want the ball to come out. No. I hope that they play this ball there and then I want full pressure. Yeah, so this is the idea. Do you think it's clear for my boys? Yeah. It's clear what I want to see from them. Now, then it's also possible. What is now different?
The opponent's fullback is.
They changed. In Holland, that's also interesting. On the highest level in Holland, you must send videos from your team to the opponent. So I know that they play on 2 ways. What I just said, the players here, they also play sometimes with this player really far away and the back up. So I have that information, I'm lucky. If that happens, you see what is changing? Slightly. What is my right winger doing? He's coming inside. Really good. Oh, sorry, now he's coming inside, and from there, I want them to pass there. So I'm not doing that to get pressure there. I want them to invite them to play to this side. Why? Why I don't want them to that side?
Because your left winger is already coming inside, so then there's a lot of space on this side.
Yeah, and then number 2 is playing too deep. If they play to him, it's more dangerous. So I want it to the side where he's done, and then we get the same situation. Now, then I show a video where you can see that happen. So I tell them this has happened in a game before. It was a lot of running. We got the ball, but that's not the situation how I wanted it. So I show them a video now and how I don't want it. There's also one way how I wanted it. Hey, from the center, get pressure. He missed, I substituted him. No, I'm joking. But hey, this is what I want. If they play through the middle, boom, win the ball and get it. So I'm using footage from my own team. Again, I know that is not always available, but sometimes you can find from other teams' footage. Now, then my build-up, I don't want to do it too long. My build-up, how I want things. I show some videos If we get the ball out, I want him to make it big here, to play. He goes inside, we make space, and then so one more time back, I hope you saw it. So look well what is happening with my right back, my right winger, and the midfielder. So this is my right back. On the moment he is playing it to him, he goes inside, my back comes on his, my winger comes on his pace, and my midfielder is going. And then we create a chance. We must do more out of it. You see, scoring was not our biggest, now we score. So this is the way how I wanted to play. And I show it with a video. I think that idea is clear. I go on, this is the last one. Last video, I will show it. So this is a transition moment. If it's possible, I want to attack the spaces fast. You see also on the other side. Goal. This is my transition moment.
This is which age group on?
Under 15. So there are some videos you see even with snow. Snow is still on the side. But again, this is a transition moment. Hey, we get the ball. He's already busy. Oh, don't wait. That has also to do with some fighting now to win the balls. And then we go. Again, this is how I did it, but it made it clear. But also I must see now, you see, now I talk a little bit longer with you, but I ask a question, 10 minutes, done, clear. Questions about the pre-match?
So I'm going to pre-match speaker. Do you know videos also, huh?
Yes, listen. What did we do this week? Dribbling. And what was important? Speed and looking over the ball. Hey, that is what we're going to try and attack. And in defense, guys, we try to be as close as possible with the opponent. Play. Have fun. Done. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes. And with under 14 you go a little bit more in detail, maybe. You have 2 coach points, 2 defense, 2 maybe attacking. But don't make it too difficult. What I said, this is then on the highest level. This boys also play to PSV and Ajax, so. Okay. Yeah.
About on the tactical side of pre-match talks. So
Yeah.
during the game, say I have this style of play that I want to do, but my player, my right back, has to overlap and cross the ball, but then he's not doing it, or maybe
Yeah.
he doesn't have the quality to do it. During the game, do you still insist on him doing that, or do you just say, okay, play how you play, because then you're now straying away from your pre-match talk?
Yeah, no, look, it's not that I only use the pre-match talk, but I would look first, also I always look at the person itself. So not as a player or not at winning. I'm looking, if I help that player a little bit more, will that help him or not? So for example, a lot of times coaches start shouting to that player, and instead of he becomes a better player, he's becoming a worse player. But if that player, with your information, is going to play a better game, do it. So, but then a lot of times also ask, hey, you shot the ball a couple of times or not? Yes. But what can you also do? Yeah, I can also try to overlap. Hey, man, try it. And then he sees, hey, it's working, then it's good. But on the moment you think, I try to coach it and it's not working, then maybe also let it go. Because you can't force a kid to, you must do things. If it's not working, it's not working. Good question. Other things.
Zo kan ons al, ja.